Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome to Zenith Online Racing. It is the EU tier on this beautiful Sunday afternoon, evening, night, morning, whatever time you're watching this. I'm sure it is beautiful wherever you are. I'm Alt Maverick, and I'll be taking you through tonight's proceedings. I'm going to do this one solo. Packer had something to do, so I'm going to be just by myself. I'm used to it. I usually do ACC comms on Fridays by myself, so I'm used to this kind of stuff. So it shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully, audio settings and stuff like that are all going all right. But as you can probably tell by this beautiful loading screen right now, we are at the Australian Grand Prix, the beautiful Albert Park circuit, the season opener for Formula One for the past, I don't know how many years until 2020 happened. And then we had the season opener at Austria. So, it's a beautiful circuit around a lake, 16 corners, some slow, some fast. Some of the notable corners, obviously, is the fast chicane of turns 11 and 12. The 3 DRS zones down into turn 1, turn 3, and then out of that fast chicane I just mentioned into turn 13. This might be the last time for a lot of leagues here in terms of like F1 racing leagues that we run on this variant of this circuit. So just let that sink in because as we know, the Albert Park circuit is getting a makeover. A few corners being reprofiled. I think the 9 and 10 chicane is gone. It's just going to be like a fast right-hander onto that curved backstretch. And then I think turn 13 is getting some sort of banking. I think 15 isn't going to be as tight. I don't know. There's a lot of changes they're doing to the circuit. So I think this is going to be the last time we'll see drivers in this EU tier race around this variant of the circuit in terms of like an official points scoring event. So whoever wins this one, obviously they'll have that sort of bragging rights in it. But only 13 drivers, so 3 drivers will unfortunately not be scoring points, which gotta feel bad for him, I guess. But South Cali is out on track. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that one on board and the audio was really loud, so give me a second. Let me turn that down. Alright. South Cali in the Mercedes. I guess while he's doing his outlap, I'm going to bring up the standings. So it is South Cali's teammate Excel Miami leading the championship at 153 points. Relentless Nathan, who's not the great name champions this season, is at 136. Zenith to win it is at 83. Then Excel Cali, who we're running on board with right now, is at 79. Dylan is at 67, Barton is at 56, JXW is at 47, his teammate, Toxic MML, is at 46. He is tied with Perry Noir at 46 as well. The Vagabonds rounds up the top 10 in the points at 45. So pretty close midfield battle. It's safe to say at the moment that we can probably have to pick out the top 2 that are going to fight for this championship, which is going to be Excel Miami and a former Excel member of RAL Nathan. As they pretty big points gap to Zenith to win it. But, personally for us, we're all here, so no one will be gaining, too much of an advantage. But so far, Cali going through down into turn 9 and 10. Missing the apex coming out to the curve there. Down the curve. I guess you can call this the back straight. Into a bit of a lift there, so obviously not as he was saying, didn't feel as comfortable as he probably should have been through the chicane. This will be the time that everyone's going to change so far. Yes, I did. Cali comes across the line. He sets a 21-1. So a good lap from Cali to get him onto original pole position. And Vagabond starting a lap. I believe that was Toxic MML spinning out of the final corner. And he's going to go into the finish lap of 29-3. So definitely not a very competitive lap. And Alphatari coming through the line. That's back. He's invalidated. He's going to pull to bits. And Harry's out. Oh, that's at the chicane. We're right on board with GP Colin. And yeah, that's the exit curve. So Harry out of the session. He'll start P13. Very unfortunate crash for the Ferrari driver. Jinnick crosses the line. Lap was invalid. So we had a couple of guys come across the line, but just no laps being set. Here comes Ashley Falker in the McLaren. Comes the line just running out of ERS. He sets a 22-7. So we got a line from Ashes to put him up into P2. Toxic running wide against the chicane. I do believe it's Mercedes. Miami's starting a lap. And then Callie's going into the pits. Red Bull of Dylan will be the next one. Lovely helmet that one is. That's good. Great design. And he goes pole. Oh, just barely. Hold on, let me pull up the tires. 200s. Wow. I mean, that's minimal. That is minimal. That was Jinnett. Again, he's invalidated. He's run wide at the final corner. So that's why this lap is invalidated as well. Ashes Falker coming into the pits. 1.5 or so minutes to go. Oh, and I think Miami and the Renault of Barton Vagabonds. It's going to be Vagabonds, not the cleanest of the pits, let's say. Down 13 and 14. So far, only 5 laps being thrown out. And that was the Ferrari of relentless Nathan pulling out of the pit stop. The man we expect to be at the front and at the front row of the grid just pulling out of the pits to set his lap time. Not as much on track action, obviously, because there's 13 guys here. Not as well as Harry put it into the wall, so he pulls it to the pits. Two Alphataris are on an out lap. Actually, Beck is not. He goes purple sector 1. Obviously, we all know how true those purple sectors are in this game. You could be 5/10 down, 5/10 up on something, and give you a purple sector. So back through the chicane. Let's see how committed he is through this lap. Really nice. Keeps it in 6th. So he got it straightened out. 16 are up next. Back down the center of the track, across the line, Toko pole position by nearly 9/10 of a second with a 20.2. Oh, and Toxic's out of the session. On board with Nathan here. Did he lose on the corner? Oh, he hit the pit ball. he wanted to pit. I'm wondering if that's what it was. He wanted to pit, forgot. Oh, and the Great Moss is out. Oh, he's lost it. What is that, turn 5? Car should stay there, so let's see exactly here. He's still staying 8 on, so Nathan doesn't have to worry about if he's in the middle of the track. He is in the middle of the track. So Nathan, as you can imagine, goes purple sector 1. Even with those efforts already in the middle of the road. It's a shame there for Moss that he retired without setting a lap. So he's going to start P12 with Zenith and Miami to get a lap in. I see a purple sector 2. I'm not getting... Oh yeah, because he goes off the first one. Never mind that. I'm not getting a plus minus. He goes off the previous lap. I'm tired, you're tired. Okay. Nathan through the final corner now. Nearly flat. And when he backs off. Oh, come on. Come on. He backed off and still went pole position. Okay, bud. Okay. He did race in Tier 1. He is my teammate in Tier 1. He is carrying me for the constructor so far. So, I don't know what his time was in Tier 1, but I think it was probably a lot faster than that. Dylan comes to start his lap. Callie coming through the final sector now. The Renault of Barton going to start lap. So Axel Walker will be the next one to set a lap time in him through. And it is a 7/10 improvement, but it doesn't move him up any. Callie will go up to P3, overtaking Dylan. As Alcantari pulls out of the pit lane. That's Beck once again. Zenith is not a valid lap. He is on a valid lap. So Zenith goes up to pole position. It's 19.7. So decent, or I shouldn't say decent, a really good lap there for Zenith to get him onto provisional pole position. That is a Alfa Romeo with Collins going in the pits. Possibly making a mistake at some points. So Miami starting his lap on the medium compound tires. Hopefully they'll get into the top 10. I do want to wonder if that's what Nathan was doing, kind of back off there, but you wouldn't really want to push the whole lap and break 50 meters before the start finish line. Barton up to P7, that will keep him in the top 10. No matter what, GP Colin, Excel, Miami, and Vagabonds, if they beat him, Barton will start P10. So he'll start on the mediums, unless he can get back to the pit lane. He wants to start on the soft compound tires. And I was correct, Nathan is coming out on the medium tires. He's going to have to get this speed up throughout this lap. Let's see here, Miami. Coming through the final sector now into turns 15 and 16. Across the line will go P6. So good lap from the Mercedes driver. It's going to be close if he can get back starting the lap if he wants to go on the soft tires. I really doubt he's going to do that. Barton, he's going to go up to P7, knocking Ashes Falker down to P8. A 21-2 on the medium. Big bunny up there through the first turn. But he's turned off the ERS, so he's definitely not going for another lap. Back goes into the pits, and here comes Nathan. He's the only one on track, trying to set a lap at the moment. So, I guess you have to ride with him on this one. His out lap was a 19.9, so he's definitely pushing. Trying to warm up these tires. Breaking down into turn 3, down to second gear, up shifts to fourth. Wings it just kisses the curb there. Turn 5. To the sector. It's down by a 10th, but we expect that with the mediums. After the long turn 8, the 9-pin chicane. A lot of curb on that one. Purple sector 2, he's a 10th up on his, or a 10th down on his time. This is going to be a very interesting lap. He only needs to find about 2 tenths if he wants to be Zenith. Here's the final corner now. What can the Relentless man do? And it won't be, it's just slower than his soft compound tire time. And Nathan at best will start Q2 in this race. Zenith's still in the pits. Ashes Falker has just pulled out of the pits. He's warming up his tires to get going on a lap. Beck has just pulled out of the pits, and now we're going to start seeing these guys come out and do their final flying laps. It's probably safe to say you could maybe do 2 runs on these mediums in quality. If Nathan really wants to back off here and just keep those tires warm. It could be what he's doing. Could be. That's the thing, I'm not too great when it comes to like tire strategies and stuff like that in quali. Epic balance over 3 soft laps and see where that puts me in. Usually it's usually in this tier 1 it's usually down to like 16th, but Miami's out. No, he's retired in the pit lane. So Miami will at best start P6. Let's see what Nathan does. He does go into the pits. So Nathan at best will start P2. Ooh, paints out the polystyrene pit roll there. That should be a 5-second time penalty. Ooh, I do wonder if Ashes Falker may have been held up there by his teammate. They were really close coming out. Going through the 9-pin chicane. Let's hope that doesn't happen. We'll see what it is in the second sector. It should be on the second. Where's the second sector line? Before the chicane? I thought it was after turn 13. Anyway, Ashes Falker across the line. He'll be the first one done. And that will move up, 3 seconds, he definitely got held up. Seems like he's going again, he hasn't taken his ERS out. Beck is out, oh, now he's a push lap. Beck was going to be the next one, and he is out of the session, pushing it too hard at the chicane. He'll start 3rd at best. Let's see what the mother team of Red Bull can do here. Beck retired in that AlphaTauri. What does Dylan got? Qualifying is over, so these are the final laps being set. It seems There's a Renault off at 10. Likely Vagabonds of Barton. But Dylan around the final corner. This lap is going to put him up to P2, so a stunning lap, just barely beating Nathan's time. Here comes Callie through the final corner. He's rushing down to the start-finish line. And Callie can only manage P4 on the soft compounded tires. Here comes Barton. Across the line, he'll go P4, pushes Callie down to P5. Nash's Fulker through the final corner. He saw the big wiggle, trying to get the traction down. He goes 5/10 quicker, but it's not enough. Jinnit, can he go quicker? No, he slows down. So now the last one is going to be Bag of Bones. He was the one that lost it out of turn 10. And he's going to pull into the pits. Everyone weaving into the pit lane. It's not Nathan do it. The tire tips can't carry over from quality to the race. I mean, that's why they give you the permission. I don't know. I'll never know. I'll never know. I've only been league racing on this game for like a year and a half, so yeah. Anyway, we'll wait for Vagabonds to pit retire. The quali over. It's going to be Jinnit to win it, taking pole position. And then Dylan will be alongside on the front row in P2. Then Nathan and Barton will make up the third row in third and fourth respectively. Then Callie, Beck, Miami, Ashes, Falker, Bagabones, and Toxic MML, the top 10. They'll have to start on those tires. So, all of them are on softs, except for Miami. And then GP Colin, the Great Moss, and Harry Noard will be 11, 12, and 13, not setting times for each of them, and they will have free tire choice. But, you know, they always say P11's poor man's pole position because you're right behind the soft runners and you have the free tire choice. So usually you're going to be the highest finisher of the alt strat if you can keep up. But all it takes is a safety car to change everything. So, 2-minute break, as we all know. So we'll be getting going in about 2 minutes. A couple of the Discord chats really popping off. So if you're looking for some more league racing action on the Zenith Online Racing YouTube, tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central U.S. time, 8 Eastern, 1 a.m. GMT or BST. I don't know which one I don't know which one they're using now. Will be the Tier 1, and a few of these guys will be racing in Tier 1 as well. Obviously, like I said, my teammate Nathan or the Williams getting carried to constructors, hopefully. Since I couldn't win it last season after Biga took me out, so I'll stir the pot there. I'll do it for him. And then Tier 2 will be on Thursdays at the same time that Tier 1 will be tomorrow. And then we'll be right back here on Sundays for the E2. So 29 laps ahead of these drivers. Excuse me. And so like I said before, Miami has to start on those mediums. He's inside the top 10. That was his fastest lap. And outside the top 10, GP Colin has selected the mediums, and Harry Nawarga selected the mediums. And Vagabond and Toxic have come together on the formation lap, and they will start selecting. They cannot. Man, I wish I could see them like. way worse than if they were heating up. Jenna is gone. I mean, like gone. I mean, he is in. I mean, they're a corner apart. So Janet's going to be sitting on the grid for a very long time. If anybody wants to time this and tell me after, be my guest. The rest of the grid just rounding the final corner now. Get ready to go racing here in Albert Park. 13 drivers of the Zenith Online Racing U-Tier pulled into the grid spots. Get a front angle. Nope. That sucks. Anyway, cars jiggling around, getting into their final setting positions. The engine's revs. It is 5 lights. It's lights out, and we're racing here in Australia. It seems like a pretty good start from both Janet and Dylan. And it seems like Nathan has had an excellent start. He gets ahead of Dylan. He's side by side there with Janet, but Nathan forces his way through and takes the lead early at the Australian Grand Prix. And then there's another McLaren off in the back. It should be Ash's Falker, but Janet has fallen all the way down to P3. There it goes, Toxic around the outside, trying to get both Mercedes. He wiggles there, and now the two McLarens are side by side here. And Toxic has made up a great start. I mean, on full tires, making up 3 positions, that is absolutely amazing. Stuff I've seen him move, this is great. He's right on the back of South Cali. Now down through turns 9 and 10. Is he going to force the issue? He's going to try to force the issue. A bit of contact. He's like, give me space, and he forces him into the wall. Here comes Janet, though. Up the inside, down the back straight into the chicane. He's going to get the position before the braking zone. And Janet taking full advantage of that opportunity that Toxic gave Callie there. As Ash's Falker's gone in the back. And a virtual safety car. Fair enough. Fair enough, I mean, I think Beck had an incident into turn 1. I did notice that. As Dylan's in the pits, I wonder if he's got some wind damage and seeing what the Red Bull crew have now. And no wind damage. He's just going to go on the mediums. Barton pulls into the pits as well, and so does Beck. VSC has ended. Nathan is absolutely gone. He's already pulled out 2 seconds to Miami, and that is crucial for him. He's got to get as big as he gets as he can to Miami, because Miami is up in the P2 and on the medium tires. And he is on an excellent strategy right now. That is really paid off. Toxic is down in P2. Trying to put the pressure back on Janet. Here comes Callie, though. He's on the grass. He's trying to force Toxic around. I mean, forces him off the track in turns 9 and 10. I mean, for what Toxic did just the lap earlier, that seems fair to me, but I don't know. I think the stewards have already had enough with some incidents early in the week, so it's going to be great. Great Moss has picked up a time penalty that should have been at the chicane. It's very easy to do. Toxic once in the back of Kelly and spins him around at the final corner. Nathan sets the fastest lap of the race as expected. This rear flying lap. DRS has been enabled. Kelly is down to P9 after getting the car turned back the right way. And he's going to be back on the charge. Trying to get through the field once again. It seems like everyone's in somewhat of a decent gap. Now the DRS train really begins, I'd say, from Toxic behind. Toxic, after hitting Callie, has now put himself in a very huge disadvantage of being outside of the top 3, at least second and third places, DRS. As Barton pulls into the pits, hit on the hards. I'm thinking that's probably what he should have done all along there. I pit lap 1 for Hards last season in Tier 2. Took him to the end, but we had like 2 or 3 safety cars. Zenith, though, down the inside of Miami. The space was left, and Zenith's not going to give it up. Oh, it is on the grass going through turn 14. So good defensive driving from Miami. Good, I'd say really good aggressive driving from Zenith to try to force the issue. Force Miami to a mistake. The 20.7 is now the next lap. Now the fastest lap of the race so far. Now 23.1 by Toxic, so he is really pushing, trying to catch a huge moment by Zenith though. Into turns 1 and 2. The back, a little bit of a battle here. We should, I would say, a bit too far back. I thought Callie would get closer than that. Very nice, a little bit wide there in turn 3. Oh, and Callie, small mistake. A bit of loose spin, a bit of instability in the rear. I would say that the very front just after turn 5. Callie is all up on the back of Greg Moss here. Making the move done in the turn 9. Let's go back up to the front. Saw the dash really close together. Toxic is caught up again to the back of this 2-car train. Jinnick cut the chicane though, and he's got the run on Miami, but thinks better of it and pulled back. This battling that they're doing is letting Nathan pull away. I mean, it's not like he does it anyway, but still. Beck picks up a penalty, 3 seconds. Toxic just a bit too far behind. He had DRS, and they're looking at 3 seconds of Zenith. Callie got past the Great Moss, and I guess that was in turn 13 with the DRS. And Zenith's ahead of Miami, but here goes Callie on GP Collins for P7. And Toxic picks up a penalty running in the wake of Miami. I honestly thought Zenith picked up a penalty. Here comes Toxic, Callie covers him off. And the dummy was sold. There goes Toxic around the outside of the turn 10, runs it out to the wall, cuts in front of Miami, and gets the move done. Zenith picks up a penalty. I knew at least he had maybe 1 or 2 warnings. Saw cut the chicane last lap. This little battle that Miami's not going to have is let Zenith get out within a second, but the pace that Toxic has showed, it's telling you that he isn't going to give up yet, and he should catch up to Zenith here. Miami should keep on the Toxic here as well, even on the mediums. Another spin? Yeah, Callie and GP Colin are around. So if the race couldn't get any worse for Callie, it just has. Coming into contact with GP Colin in the Alfa Romeo. Now Dylan's going to try to get past. I don't think Callie's tires are cleaned off yet. He's not close enough. I thought he was, maybe. But Toxic has already managed to catch up that, I think it was about a second that he was behind Zenith. So he's already managed to catch up that. GP Colin comes in. Oh, Zenith's made a mistake! Through 9 and 10, and that lets through Toxic and Miami. So a costly mistake from the McLaren driver, making a mistake in the 9 and 10. But crucially, it's not a big enough mistake to where he loses DRS. A bit wide there through turn 13. Took the lead on lap 1 and getting going for 6%. We're on lap 7. I don't actually remember when the pit window is open, but it should be soon, if you ask me. Toxic using all of the run there. GP PS4 is just going to go nuts. Pop that do not disturb setting on real quick. So that was Ray Moss having a small moment to turn 3. Callie got past Dylan, or actually Dylan never got past Callie. So Callie's still holding on for dear life. I feel like this is where the mediums start to be a little bit better than the softs. I feel like that crossover point is happening now. As Toxic picks up another 3-second time limit. That's 6 seconds. And if you look at the moments, they're dropping all the way down to P6 for Perry. We're hearing no arguments. There is Toxic. He pulls in the pits on lap 6. Miami stays out as expected. Janet stays out another lap. Nathan has as well. So Toxic on the hards. He's one stopping. So Harry gets ahead of Toxic. So at the moment, Great Moss comes out ahead to Toxic. Toxic will return in P7. Twitter's going there too. NASCAR's at Dega this week, so want some good real life racing, go watch that if you can. Get it available in the area. Wouldn't surprise me if Nathan comes in this lap. He's got the blue wrench. So that means that the Ferrari boys aren't ready. Zenith is trying to hold on to the arrows of Miami. Trying to keep as close as he can. Pit windows have now opened. Nathan stays out another lap. I was curious to see if he would, but the man is very good on his tire life. Not too surprised on that to stay on an extra lap. And then what this one is telling him to. As the one-stop strategy has opened from AWS, which does anybody really listen to that or look at it? I can't really remember how much time you lose. Depending on this Great Moss pulls in the pits. It's like 20 seconds, 21 seconds at about every track, except for Zandvoort. Zandvoort's like 18 seconds for some reason. It's like the shortest pit lane in the whole series, and it's like 80 kph or something. I don't know. But I'm going to guess it's about 20 or 21 seconds, so Nathan should come out near Harry. If he comes up behind Harry, I'm sure Harry's just going to let him through. Being the Ferrari teammates. Nothing too crazy happening at the moment. I do think should be calling a button going on at P11. Nathan stays out another lap. Is he stretching for the mediums? I doubt it. I'm being completely honest. Actually, I don't know anything about. I mean, I just did this race Monday, and I honestly cannot remember. Vagabond's pits. He's on the hards. Toxic will easily get past him. I don't think anybody. Oh, different. Callie pulls into the pits. That unleashes Dylan to go. Get some clean air on those mediums. And the one stop. Ooh, Dylan and Vagabond really close there. Out of the pit. Dylan got some damage. Callie comes out of the pits in P10. Disastrous way for him. Let's see what he can do to try to make up. For this lost time. opportunities. Jinnit, back, Great Moss and GP calling out 30 seconds. Toxic is at 6 seconds. Tire strategies. Nathan stays out another lap. 10 laps on those soft tires. You can start to see some blistering on these tires just a bit. Make out a little color difference in the line there. Watch that. Looking at the left side tires. So it wouldn't surprise me if those are the ones that are taking the beating. I think if he knows that he is still extending time back to Miami, then I think he is probably going to stay out. He's lost 210 since I looked, so maybe the time is going down. And Miami is starting to come alive on the mediums. Is happening at the moment. It's gonna be kind of hard to find guys on the track at the moment. As Nathan pulls into the pits, Ferrari, and he was extending to the mediums. Teleportation code I didn't know about. That's fine. So Nathan will come out just ahead of his teammate. At least he doesn't have to worry about that. Mark picks up another time penalty. Jinnit pulled into the pits as well. He was extending to go on the mediums to the end of this race. Toxic has a bit of an advantage on him. Still has to pit. But when will Miami pit? 11 lap old mediums and fresh mediums at comparison. That's going to be a pretty big pace difference as Toxic picks up another time penalty. That puts him up to 9 seconds. Yellow flag sector 1, Beck is out at a VSC. Ooh, how? It's interesting that we've had 2 cars crash on track and just both VSCs. Look at that, that's gonna help Miami out. He's basically got a free pit stop to some degree. He's on the hards, and he's going to come out just behind Nathan here. Maybe Toxic? But Toxic will get ahead of Miami. Green flag, back under racing. Get it. Ooh. Sorry about that. Jinnit gets ahead of Harry, who came into the pits to pit on the house to go to the end of the race. Miami's come out 4 seconds behind Toxic, so he really doesn't have to push because he'll get Toxic on penalties alone. And Jinnit's got to make up another 3 tenths if he wants to be Toxic and get on the podium. Jinnit picks up another time penalty. Is that another time penalty? It is another time penalty, so he's got to make up even more time if he wants to get on the podium here. big crucial mistakes coming in. We're getting somewhat of a pack for him with Zenith, Dylan, and Vagabonds. Vagabonds is the closest guy to another car. We're just about 2 seconds down. Yellow flag sector 3. That's the Great Moss. Spinning through turns 11 and 12, but luckily keeping all 4 wheels on the car. He's got wood damage, so he's going to have to come in the pits to run another pair of hards or maybe even softs. He can take those about 15 laps or so. But he's going to stay out. Actually, no, he's not. He's going to pick up a penalty there. Corner cut. And a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That seems pretty slow to me. So, usually when you see speeding penalties, you think the guy's just going to come in and retire, but he's going to throw on a pair of mediums, especially try to salvage this race. It's only one position. It's only one position to the points, and it's Barton. So he's not too far behind. It's looking doable. I nearly had a heart attack. Nearly had a heart attack. Alright. Who was that? Great Moss around at turn number 7-8. Oh, is that Harry around? Yeah. Harry spun it at turn 3. Oh, and he's got major wing damage. So this is going to really hurt him. Ashes Falker has disconnected. Toxic has picked up another time penalty. And the Great Moss is out. And a full safety car. Now, I don't want to point fingers, but look where the doctor's on track. Toxic's coming into the pits. He's probably going to fit a pair of softs. Win a wing change. Oh, was that not wanted? Oh, I don't know if that was not wanted. Maybe it was. This changes everything because now Miami can catch up to Nathan here. And Nathan, obviously on the softened tires, it's going to be better now, but in the long run, will they be? And the answer is yes. For some reason, the softs or the medium tires are still just as good as the hards towards the end of the race. I've found out so many times the hard way. Being on the harder tire, thinking I'm going to be quicker than a medium tire at the very end of the race when we pit on the same lap. And there we go. And I end up losing the race. You want to talk about Canada last season. The prime example of that. The field's going to be bunched up. So, all these drivers have to do is just finish the race and they'll get points. With 10 guys left, I don't think anybody's been lapped. I think it's just Barton and Chief Colorado kind of lagging a bit behind here. Safety car should wait up for that. Ooh, it's Miami pulling into the pits. So Miami knows he has the gap to not lose many positions. Zenith's in the pits as well. He's going to go on a fresh pair of mediums. guys here on some fresh pairs of mediums. Callie, Harry, Janet, and Miami, and GP Common. They're all on fresh pairs of mediums. Barton has 2-lap-old mediums. Bag of Bones, Dylan, and Toxic have 1-lap-old, and Nathan has the oldest tires on the grid around the field right now with 5-lap-old tires. With this safety car, Nathan's tires should hold out. It might have been nearing puncture range if on a safety car, but I think now that we got a safety car, I think everything should be all right. Toxic warming up the tires. Luckily, his model flat spots in his hands, and he's got to be running square wheels. We'll try to warm up the tires. We'll go racing next lap. Safety car will probably come in on lap 18. It will go racing on lap 19. That should give us 10 or 11 laps to go in this Australian Grand Prix. Toxic has got to get a move on if he wants to keep this podium. And he's got 9 seconds of penalties. That's going to hurt him in the long run. Is it 9 seconds or is it something different? No, it's 12 seconds now. So he's really got to get a move on. He's going to want to keep a good points finish here in Australia. So was correct. Safety car will stay out another lap. Go back racing on lap 18, going on to lap 19. Will be at least a lap old in order to crush. Get going. Safety car is in this lap. GP Colin pit to go on the soft. I like that. 10 laps is doable. And with the couple guys ahead of him on somewhat old tires, I mean, if you ask Jeff, answer the car in front of behind, he will say that those tires are old, even though they're probably fresher than some apples and oranges that we went to the grocery store. Question is, when will Relentless Nathan go? He's got to wait till Bernd Mailander hits the pit entry line, and then he is free to unleash all close to 1,000 horsepower Ferrari engine. He's waiting, and he's off. So Nathan goes, and Miami has caught, Bag of Bones has almost caught up to Dylan. A bit wide goes Miami. Here comes Jenny. He's going to try to peek around the outside, but Miami shuts the door on him. Jenny trying to find a way around. There's Callie in the background. Oh, and a bit of a shove as Bag of Bones is off wide, and that puts Miami, Janet, and Harry through. Callie now trying to look for the position. Nathan and Toxic has actually left this train behind. Dylan just hanging on to P3 at the moment. Kelly trying to get a good recovery drive in. Definitely should be a warning in my opinion. Trying to find a way through. Zenith up in the front. Trying to keep the tires a little bit more. Probably saw an opportunity down the inside of Nathan and Toxic have left Dylan behind. It's nearly 2 seconds now. And the Toxic on I shouldn't say way fresher tires, but they're 4 laps fresher. With the 12 seconds of penalties that Toxic has, is it worth Nathan letting him through? I think Toxic knows that either way, he's not going to finish ahead. I think the best thing for Toxic now would be to try to get past and try to see how much he can salvage, but I gotta say at the moment he may be finishing in 10th place. If nothing happens. So Dylan picks up a penalty, that's crucial for him. He may not finish on the podium now. So Miami's back into the podium position. At the moment, Zenith still trying to hunt down Miami. DRS will be enabled on the next lap. Nathan picks up a penalty. So now, Miami, if he can find some pace in these tires and get within 3 seconds of the leader, Miami could walk away with this race. He won't see the penalty on his timing table because Nathan isn't 1 or 2 positions ahead of him. So unless Miami is listening or in the party with Nathan, he's not going to know. Barton and Callie side by side, and Callie, I was expecting to go on board and seeing him facing the wrong way or sideways, but he's lost his front wing. So Callie trying to pull off the recovery drive, couldn't get it done. He's going to lose a bunch of time. He's just got to come in, pit for some sort of tires, and just get to the end and get this point. Doesn't have enough laps to catch up to the Toxic has picked up another time penalty. He has got to be nearing this qualification at this point. Tries to find a way past him, can't find a direction to go. Kent on board with the helicopter shots. Miami chases down Dylan. Take a look at the leader gaps. Miami is just outside of 3 seconds. Toxic has made a mistake, and he's actually going to pit. Toxic is in the pits. Oh, and he's actually hit the wall again. Just like he did in quali. Toxic has retired from the race. Callie finally pulls into the pits. Obviously, Toxic not seeing an end to this race anymore. I do believe he probably would have finished in P9. Just behind Callie. A very frustrating day out there for Toxic MML. Just getting bunch of penalties, but I think that was 15 seconds, so that's got to be heartbreaking. Zenith says fastest second too. Don't know how true that is. But with Toxic out of the question, look where that's put Miami in second place, 3.3 behind Nathan. Nathan has a time penalty. So So Nathan has to get a move on. And look at that. Nathan's tires are half as old. Not. Wait, Miami's tires are half as old as Nathan's. Nathan has 11-lap-old tires now. Miami is at 6. So the fresh rubber advantage is to Miami. The pace advantage, however, I would say is pretty even. They're both really talented and really skillful drivers, and now this is just down to who can manage the tires better and who's better on what type of tire, whether it's more tires or fresh tires. The gap hasn't really decreased that much, which is very surprising to me. There's a little bit of a hairy train going on at the back. Vagabond Martin and GP Colin kind of going in spots here. GP Colin, he pitted. Yellow flag sector 2, that's Zenith around. He's into the wall. And he overdoes it trying to spin it around. He throws it into the wall there, so very... that was going to be such a good finish there for Zenith. Virtual safety car to probably clear up the debris. But you know, Deltas, these guys got to lower their speed by 40%. Keep the Deltas in the green. Now, it's all about how much do they want to get as close as they can to 0 on the Delta. DRS has been enabled, and look at that, Miami has lost nearly 2 seconds to Nathan, just under this virtual safety car. So Nathan was absolutely on the limit there, trying to get past, or trying to get as much of the gap as he can. Yeah, Miami is now, he's got to make up 2 seconds. 2 seconds in the next few laps. Running comfortably in P3. He is going to finish P4 behind Harry. If Harry can keep the pace up and stay under 3 seconds here. Somewhat increasing now. Harry's under pressure from Vagabonds. Oh, what a move around the outside. Goes Vagabond. That was a huge move. Zenith's got another time penalty for cutting corners. Harry now going to go on the offensive. Try to get that position back. What if Barton got behind in the other Renault? I imagine these two Renaults could probably work together. Maybe Vagabonds could hold up Harry here, so Barton can get past. So South Cali has set the fastest lap up the clock to the 22.7. Get to keep that point as he is inside the top 10. Miami, or go back to the front, Miami has lost another second and a bit to Nathan. So Nathan's just got to keep it on the island. And he'll take the win here in Australia. Domo sitting in P2, Vagabonds. He's slowly catching it down. As Nathan sets it up like a 22.6 on 14 lap leads. He was definitely saving some DRS there. So Vagabonds is on both on 3 seconds of penalties. So Vagabonds can catch Dylan here. That could be huge. And it's just going to be whoever finishes ahead of who. We'll get to keep the position. Vagabonds is somewhat carrying this train of Gary, Barton, and Colin along with them. So gotta think if Vagabonds does catch Dylan, they start battling Perry and Barton. They're in a pretty good position if something happens. They're probably sneaking out an extra position over there. Jinnick goes quickest with the 21.9. So a really good lap there from Jinnick to win it. He should get underneath 3 points now. 9th place is 2 points. So the fastest lap is only a single point. So Miami has slowly caught up. It's like 6.2. Last time I checked, now it's down to 5.4. So it's slowly catching. Are those softs, are those mediums starting to die out for Nathan? He's got 14 ERS. Miami's not doing much better with 24, so he's just got about 10% more. Dylan's sitting at about 19. Vagabonds is about 50%. Harry's at 11. Barton's at 6. Collins at 6. What's up, Callie? As you can probably imagine. They got a lot of references to the plane. Some good points. If Collins picks up a penalty, that's huge for him. Barton goes way off the track at turn 5. Someone falling off the back of Perry here. Catching is about 2/10 on that lap so far in this lap. So the gap is coming down, but we're on the penultimate lap now, 28 to 29. I don't think it's going to be enough. I mean, he's got to make up a second this and next lap. He's going to want to take steps to win away from Nathan English. Not my best. I guess it's not the best thing tonight. Vagabond's still holding off Perry at the front. Can't seem to get anything going here. This is helping Perry though, just sticking behind him because Vagabonds is slightly catching Dylan. So Vagabond is 2.2 behind. Harry's 3/10 behind. There should be 2.5 from Harry to Dylan. So right now, Harry is on the podium at MP3. As Jinnick gets around Callie outside of turn 3. .3 seconds. So the gap has increased by 0.4 of a second on this lap. As Jinnick picks up a penalty. Again. Nathan comes through, starts the final lap of the Australian Grand Prix here for EU's here on this beautiful Sunday evening. Miami needs to make up 2.5 seconds on this lap if he wants to take the win away. I just don't see that happening. Dylan sitting comfortably in P3, but like I said, this Harry and Vagabonds, they're catching. Yellow flag, sector 1, it's Miami, he's spun. So Miami has spun out of turn 4 and he's lost his front wing. Here comes Dylan. What can Dylan do? He's caught up behind him, he's slowed down by it. And Miami is he's just gonna have to concede the position, and he does. So Miami's down in P3. If he can hold off Vagabonds here, and he just can't. He's got to stay within a few seconds of these guys if he wants to keep that podium on penalties. But here comes Vagabonds on Dylan. Miami drops all the way down to P6. Vagabonds up the inside of Dylan into turn 13. Dylan switches it back now, down towards turn 14. Dylan keeps the position through the penultimate, or through the final sector, as Nathan comes across the line to win here in Australia. A great race with Vagabonds and Dylan side by side through the final corner. Does Vagabonds have the speed? No, he doesn't. Dylan finishes in second. Vagabonds P3. Harry finishes in second place. It's a Ferrari 1-2. Miami makes it up to P5. What a finish that was. What a final lap. Oh, wow. That was absolutely insane. A Ferrari 1-2. I don't know if this happened this season yet. I don't have like a spreadsheet or anything. Miami, like I said, finishes in P5. Barton in P6. JP Collin comes home in P7. Jinnett was P8. And... oh, don't do this to me now. Harry gets driver of the day. Honestly, I have to agree with that. Last on the grid to P2. Absolutely beautiful stuff. Absolutely beautiful stuff. 2 Ferraris on the podium. Top step, Michael Schumacher, as always. Gotta love it. Spray the champagne. You guys earned it. So there's the finishing order for the EU Tiers Australian Grand Prix. It's a Ferrari 1-2 with Ariel Nathan taking the win. Harry is in P2. Dylan finishes in P3. So there's the podium finishers. What a finish that was. Vagabonds is in P4. Excel Miami P5. Then Barton, GP Collin, Excel Cali, Jinnett to win it, and Toxic MML will finish in 6th through 10th. They will pick up points. I believe everyone but Toxic will, because I don't think he finished 90% of the race. I could be wrong. I don't know if that rule applies to here. Great Moss, Beck, and Ashley Falker also DNF'd from the race. Ashley Falker was pretty early on. Didn't even make a pit stop. Beck crashed as well. Great Moss did as well. But great racing at the beginning. The safety car was pretty good. Opening lap was pretty good. That final lap, though, was absolutely fantastic stuff from Dylan there. And Vagabonds. You love to see the last lap cheeky overtakes. So we'll see. These guys want to get in for an interview, possibly. Okay. Oh man. Oh, I might need to go. I need to go take a nap after this one. Well, I really can. I got finals next week. I gotta get the grind going. All right. So let me see if I can invite the ZOR guys. Or there we go. Alrighty, so we got the 3 podium finishers in the party already. I'll start with the race winner, Nathan. It was a lights to flag victory, I believe, for you, leading at some points upwards of 15 seconds. Were you kind of bored up there at the front, or were you expecting a pretty easy race?
I mean, I was in used to be a lot, so toxic, in the pit lane at quali. But I bottled quite hard. Didn't realise that slow compared to stuff like that. I tried to back up. But yeah, got a good start and then. It was a bit, but yeah, I think helped by the safety cars and the VSCs. No, it was actually an interesting. I don't know what happened to Miami at the end, but not bad because Ferrari wouldn't you? But yeah, no, happy with how it went.
Yeah, it was a really good race. So you mentioned the Ferrari one, so we have Harry that came through to start. He started last. He was I think he pinned it on his outlap there in quali, so he started in last place. Were you expecting to finish on the podium, Harry, after starting last place, or did you think that maybe just some good points to help you guys in the constructors were all you could do today?
Yeah, I was only hoping for points after bottling the qualifying pretty early. So yeah, and I managed to get up back a few positions at the start, but then I crashed again and lost my wing. But thankfully the safety car came in and I managed to fix my wing and get back up, but I did not expect at all to get a podium, not even a P2, and Ferrari 1-2. It's the first time. So yeah, it's pretty exciting and it's pretty random, but I'll take it.
Yeah, pretty good result for the Ferrari guys. So next we'll go to Dylan. You're running pretty consistent up. I'd say I don't think you were outside the top 5 much this race. You were running into those podium positions. What what was your feelings when you came around turn 3 and saw Miami around the side, or sideways, and then obviously Bag of Bones gave you the run for your money there in the final sector? Just what was that like?
Yeah, that was kind of surprising. I just saw him like come back on track. I was thinking, what happened to him? Because it was kind of sudden. And then I lost a bit of time trying to get past him because he was going quite slowly. And then I just saw like Bones catching me so fast behind me, and then he made move around me towards the beginning of the last sector, and then I managed to switch it back and kind of defend towards the line because I was running out of fuel as well towards the line, I was just kind of hoping that I'll cross ahead of him.
Yeah, that was really I was kind of hoping that you guys were going to go side by side through the final corner, because that would have been really cool for a little drag race down to the start and finish line there. So there's our 3 podium drivers. Nathan coming home with the win. Harry finishing at P2 to make it a Ferrari 1-2. And obviously Dylan there in the Red Bull coming home to finish an incredible P3. Drivers, any final words before we end this stream?
Miami's bottle.
Okay.
Yeah, I second that.
Oh man, that's gonna live in infamy, isn't it? Alrighty. I did say this at the beginning of the stream. If you want some more Zenith Online Racing action, the Tier 1 races tomorrow. So if you want to watch Nathan just storm away with another victory, just come back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's like 1 p.m. in Britain, whatever it is. And then Tier 2 is on Thursday nights at the same time as Tier 1. And that is going to do it for us tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this race, especially that opening lap and the final lap. And we'll end it here. Have a great weekend, everyone. Stay safe, and good night.